Well, day 25 was not quite 4 hours, so hopefully this does less. Okay. That shouldn't drastically alter our setup here. Because I moved the camera up a little bit. It might hide a little bit more inventory. We'll see if that's an issue. Actually, one thing is that I know, or I think we didn't look at your grandmother, Lady Epson. Style you find unique in the house, a fitting tribute to her lost childhood home in Uraja. That's information. So I guess that means that entire Epson family is from Uraja. They did say that the our Indian nobility fled south. So is there anything else we've missed? Only constant in this estate. Hollow directly out of the mountain itself. But the rest of the mansion conceals. Interesting. Like, it is just rock, and it is the rest of the mansion carved out of rock? Wait, you actually do have a rarity because you get drafted once. University purpose rotation. It means clockwise. I think rotunda is an English word also, or something. But we're suddenly getting a lot of Arajan themes. What is rotunda in real world? A roofed building with a circular ground plan. From Latin rotundus. A round room within a building. Rounded in figure. Round or spherical, round, circular, spherical. Oh, that's rotund. Roto turn, revolve, or wheel. So that's actually pretty close. undis. Intransitive dependent verbs. Hey, Thalo. Fluxional category. Derives adjective nouns from verbs without the present time restriction. Belong to the former mistress of the estate. I actually do need to come back here and look at the pictures again at some point. Oh, not always poolside. Yeah, I haven't really found any big connection to the clocks in the den. Maybe one of the variations makes it a mechanical room. Yeah, I put it in check hoping to get a root cellar, but it just ended up like making it inaccessible to all the other means of getting an item. So I think I just need to pull it out of check and deal with not having it. We'll have all the other ways to get a shovel when we have a root cellar. Yeah, it just says the Baron, doesn't say which Baron. Well, I'm pretty sure I never looked at her ladyship's chamber. In fact, I know I didn't because it has information in it. Okay, I never read this one either. Oh, wait, or have I? So that was his mother? Maybe I did read that one. I put the family tree in photos. Baroness Aravai. Oh, I think I may have had that as Aravel. So that's not really... That does say that that branch of the family did have this area the entire time. A private study. So she was the academic, okay. Every pursuit in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. Maybe the whole Room 46 thing was her plan. Yeah, this is another thing we have to solve. Comes up so rarely, though. Also, another thing, I know. I don't know if this was. Maybe this is like looking at video. Orindian pool, whatever that means. Yeah, I don't know what makes it Orindian. Yes. A convenient excuse for building a handful of other rooms. Interior pool, but also are often compulsory inclusions. Orindia seems to be at the heart of the story going on here. Better part of his weekends. Over half the floor plans of Mount Holly were conceptualized, refined, and drafted in this studio. Which means that over half of them weren't around. Well, they don't say it was him per se. Weren't around originally. I mean, there is a safe in there. I have no idea what code it might be. I also need to get back to the pump room. Well, there's a lot of things I need to do at the pump room. I don't know if I can... When I drained the pool, I could... Because I think I might need to drain the greenhouse. I think maybe it can't be drafted when it's flooded or something. Far from prying eyes in traditional safety regulations. Gracian-style sauna. Oh, that's right. The freezer also says snowy mountains of Coracia, but like the I don't know which. I can't really tell which land body is cold. The northernmost one is Morajai, so. All business in the comfort and privacy of home. The room before. And this did not get updated when we found it. May have slipped in the past. Yeah, her ladyship. And this one, of course, has been updated from the upgrade. This one does say cultivated by a former gardener, Danny Ravane. So this makes me wonder if all of these like visibly different things have potential lore, which means you could maybe need three full runs to get all the upgrades. I think we're like 100 of 110. Hartley Ruota. That we didn't have the full name before. Didn't look at that one either. Yeah, I don't want to get off on that thread right now. Yeah, childhood home in Araja. These are probably not, or most of these are probably not all that interesting. Of your Sinclair family legacy. More Ajaya fruit trees. So it seemed like Morajai was up near the North Pole. Maybe that globe is not, the map is not oriented in the same way we orient our maps. So we have a place with fruit trees up near the north. And that seems like the most purely northern area. Hey, Potato. Oh, thank you. Not for the faint of purse. Launder more than just linen. I half wonder if, like, the cloister thing will drop this down so you can see the picture. We did. We just have to draw it. And afford it. In a situation where it makes sense. Oh, we went back to red. Right. Interesting. So cancel isn't taking me back to this thing now. Maybe because this is a conditional area? Maybe we have to click on this again. Oh, also. You said sacred about the note earlier. Actually, I think this text is different than when we added it. To mend the perpetually halted clock face. The sacred hour? Okay. So this says there is supposed to be one unchanging face. Because this was different. There was different text when we added it. I think. Time is sacred, and any tampering of the estate's governing timepiece has never been risked. So it's different wording of a very similar thing. Like it's emphasizing the same thing that appeared on the note. But now they're calling it sacred hour, so maybe that got reworded and they didn't update this text. To better suggest sacred hour. So we might want to keep keeping an eye out now. I don't know if this is AM or PM, or where that matters. Maybe you want to be in the clock tower at that hour? I don't know. Maybe when all the clocks match up, that's when the sanctum key appears. Okay, nope. Yeah, I guess because these are conditional appearance, they can't cancel back to them. Another thing I noticed is that we see different things on the wall in here than we do in the actual room. Yeah. Yep, and this goes back to there. Okay, so this actually it can exist independently. In the era before the new realms. Okay. That should make sure we're caught up with everything. And okay, well, I mean, this is good. Maybe we can actually get our shovel out and use it. And if we get a magnifying glass, we can examine the family tree. Okay, yeah. So it is zoomable, so it will be it should be inspectable with a magnifying glass. Sounds like we got potatoes down here. Can't we just have a snack and get some steps? I'd kind of rather had a straight, I guess. See, the thing is, I always want to flush out some dead ends, but, like, I also want to absolutely know if I have any kind of straight here. Yeah, and you see, no, I may have had different options if I did this later, but, like, everything is going to a collision point there, so that's a thing we have to keep in mind. I guess we should actually look at the shop. Oh, okay. We definitely want that. No, we cannot. Sledgehammer gets you some pretty good stuff. And these are a toss-up. I know I'm going to be running back and forth a little bit. Oh, root cellar, but I don't have the shovel yet. I have a sledgehammer. No, it's not going to fetch anything we do out here. I guess I gotta wait to see if I actually get the closet, but... So most of the stuff I've been curious about is at the bottom, but... And of course this is torn. So there's the whole question of what got torn off. Yeah, I do have to hold to zoom up. Okay, so that version, yeah, this is just a drawing of it. That doesn't have the letters on it. We need to get into the dark room for that. We don't have much open, so I probably should go check my magnifying glass list, but... So there's us. Oh. It's actually not... Oh. The besoiled child? Is that us or something else? I mean, besoiled sounds more like an actual word. Yeah, you really have to go down there to see it. Now, there is more stuff torn off here. I guess it could be besoiled, but what does that even mean? Alright, snip in 3 seconds. Yeah. Okay, besail is a word. Oh. Oh, assail, yes. As an assault. Okay, I thought that this might sort of go into more text over here, but... Yeah, so it is a little bit ambiguous. Which is which? Yeah, well, yeah, that one I knew. These look like they could be different handwriting. I should probably get that one too. I don't know if I want to do it now. We might be able to go through documents and see if we recognize that. I almost thought I saw something over there. Yeah, I could kind of see Simon Jones barely before and not quite make out the other text. I haven't seen anything else on here. I think that's the same old swan. Don't know much of anything about you. Alright, so that is one thing off the magnifying glass list. So we got a couple things in the dark room, studio calendar, catacombs fragment, safe house museum map. I think we can just go down there? Oh, hold to skip. Of course, this is also a place I have wondered about bringing a shovel, but... And probably that means I haven't had the magnifying glass on any of the other documents down here. We were able to pretty much read most of this text, so... I don't necessarily need... to photograph everything here. Security system controls. Something I couldn't quite make out before. Yeah, so that was one of the things we saw in the history of Arindia. Prince Learson was like one of the first people to revolt. Leading to the ultimate formation of Fenares. So we got boop. That would have been... Oh, we got that. We gave that its own folder. Yeah, I know. After the passing of King Desolate III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end, and then blah 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 blah. On the very next day, the 6th of October, I should probably put that in my notes, although I don't know why they would use it as a safe code. Dates. Well, we did have it as a date, but like, Garden Gate. That would be 10/6. No, I don't have that one. The Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. The declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters, due to the fact that King Desolates IV shared of his virtues. And then there's all the things about the fighting in the war. Yeah, Fensurrection. And I think this is Morning Bay. And I half wonder if this is... maybe this is a different name in the old era or something. Because this is 2nd edition. And this entire section, the lack of editing here, makes me think this is going to be different in 1st edition. Instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, which instead of responding, were transformed into battlefields. Cries of innocence echoed through the city's streets, stained in red. Yep. So this is why we kind of know that this continent is our continent, and this is where we are. And, you know, we have a name for this, we have a name for this. So this, we think, well, we're not completely sure because everything's blacked out, but I'm pretty sure this is Arinda Ares, Fen Ares, and Araja. So Araja is where our other family is from. And you can kind of see the hex ends of the Arindia symbol here. So this is how I was able to place the pins for the first and last steps of our uncle's journey. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they mean like faking nobles? They said it was too easy to track. There was something to note. This sort of suggests it's related to the circle. Oh, maybe they mean going in through the station cafe? Track. Okay, yes. So they must have thought about coming to the station cafe and decided not to. Yes, we know who White is. There's a pharaoh in here that's never come up before. Wow, the contrast on these words actually seems worse in zoom mode. I don't know who they are. We only have a first name. Well, I mean, what Marigold is interesting that they're using the pen name here. I mean, I guess for this kind of things, maybe you would. It does make me wonder if they actually are two different people. But White is the publisher. Marion Marigold was the pen name of our mother, who is variously... but Marigold was also on the family crest, so that's weird. Who is variously referred to as Mary Epson, now Mary Jones. But I don't know why they would put the Marigold... this is Manning, who's the other Ruffington person who's in some photos with White, but Pharaoh is a new name. Alright, so we're able to kind of read these from my other screenshot. I just wasn't too sure about this bit. Didn't pull up any, like, faint, barely illegible text anywhere. This is their plot to steal the crown of Arinda Ares. Which somebody somewhere online turned into the crown of the blueprints. And so far, every special safe we have opened has had a ruby in it. And this is why our mother is gone. Because she apparently was involved in the heist of the crown and got, I can't think of the proper word, but, you know, secretly taken out of the country to avoid being caught by the Red Guard. So yeah, we haven't had a mother for 6 years. You know, which our character would have been much more acutely aware of than we were. We kind of had to figure that out from reading stuff as we go. Alright, well, as long as we got this down here. Mary. So that's another thing of Horus. Horus was the first king who took over that entire multi-continental area. And then a couple generations later, somebody broke the realm up into the 3 parts for their 3 kids. I don't know if it's directly named after the people. But it's Arch Ares. I'm assuming you're into Ares. That stuff got blocked out of the history we saw. Got the middle section, which is where we're at. And then the interesting thing is it's Arch Ares and Arinda Ares, and then Araja for the south, which was to what that history says is the one daughter. This is okay, so I'm not 100% sure. But I think this is White, Manning, and Mary. Now, I'm only inferring based on the newspaper clipping and the fact that you would usually write names in the same order as they appear in that picture. I mean, if anything, this looks more like the publisher and this looks more like the edgy reporter, but who knows? The terminal. That looks to me like it matches up with one of the security terminals and is therefore implying that you should somehow remove the archives. We've not found a way to delete floor plans, though. There are several references to, removing things from the pool, but we have not yet found the room that does that. Also, to recognize this thing. I guess I just need to start keeping an eye out for it. The curved steps don't really remind me of anything here. So I think that's all of our documents. I don't know if we can zoom in on the train map. Oh! I took pictures of this in various orientations. Somehow I never clicked on it. Maybe I can only click on it when I have the magnifying glass? Okay, so we should actually... I guess this probably would have been underground. Yeah, so we had a thing that was like a straight shot. So we should probably just replace that. Yeah, I don't know if that's like a self-reference. It's definitely much easier to read the text in this one. I didn't see anything that looked suspicious when I was reading this before. It's a little bit easier to read some of the text. I could basically read everything before. Yeah, it's like you can zoom in on this, but I don't think there's going to be any secrets here. Mostly kind of flavor. Oh. That almost looks like something, but it's not clear enough to think it actually is something. That almost looks like scratched out writing. But usually, if you can get the right tool here, then it's pretty clear. Ooh, I didn't even think about the numbers. Because they are in a really weird order. Yeah, so the minor stops are actually... No. 7 and 6 are reversed. Otherwise, they're almost in ascending order. So Y is... Yeah, 7 and 6 are like completely different lines. Oh, okay, so 5, 6... This might have just been the order the stations were added. So Oris Train Hall and East Depot would have been the first, but they don't even really directly connect. Unless this kind of got rerouted. Yeah, major and a minor key. 891. And they all have 2-digit things in them, so I don't know that we could use these in any of... I mean, you could just put an arbitrary number of digits into one of the digital locks. But I don't know. I don't know if we really have a good rule to select anything here. Not really, just that it was kind of a symbolic thing for... we don't have any history to really say why they cared. I mean, it kind of feels like our family is like part of the disenfranchised original Thurindian royal family. Kind of trying to sneak back in and do a revolution or something. But I don't yet know... I mean, it's been Fen for 100 years, so it's not like there's going to be a whole lot of like popular support for your return or anything. It's just like... it's kind of just you. Being bitter for 100 years that you lost. Oh, I mean, it was. It was... red is the color of the new government, so they were saying, oh, you're obsessed with red and everything has to be red, and then, oh, what if you thought about this new color? Apparently blue is a politically neutral color, so I don't know why they're talking about the Red Prince going, oh, how about blue? Unless they're trying to like form a new nation based around blue, or what? So we've already burned a whole bunch of steps. I think it's like, well, 6 without running shoes to go flip the lever. Yeah, I mean, maybe it actually is a really bad and corrupt government. Our in-world character would have a better idea of that than we do. We don't really have a lot of information about that. So in context about if people are unhappy with the state of things or what. Well, yeah, I mean, like, one of the books we can check out in the library is Swimbird. Our mother wrote it, probably after reading it to us as a bedtime story. We would be intimately familiar with the contents of that book, and yet we have to check it out from the library. There's also a Visitor's Guide to Wrightington. We live there. But we have to check out a book. We had to read a paper to find out our mother was missing. Oh, did I? No, we bought all this stuff. I was thinking, did I get a locket last time? Heard the will announcement and went into shock and forgot everything. Okay, our money situation has not appreciably changed. I just wanted to make sure I knew what that door was. Probably we're better drafting up in case we get a straight. Also, this place can sometimes spawn a chest, but we'd have to sledgehammer when we did that. We probably really want to know what this situation is. Yeah, oh, true, it is a candlestick, it's not a ruby candlestick. I don't know if having a lighter would let us stand this up or anything. This thing almost looks like something, but we can't interact with it. I did forget to look for candlesticks while we were down there. Like we can do that when it becomes an issue. Okay, I mean, we do still have this door, but... I think we're up for a sale day, and we already bought stuff. We can't do anything with them now. It's a little bit of a shame after we've spent our money. We would be able to afford the sleeping mask then. Surely one exit is enough. Okay, so not everything. If only we could... If only... Oh! Up to. Offer valid in the following locations. Commissary. Kitchen. Oh, bookshop. So, okay, so when we have a... Well, we don't know when it can come up now. This is the only day that is really guaranteed. The sale. Oh, it took over this. I've been meaning to look at this to see if if there was an advertisement of a new sale now that Maid's Day was over. Well, there is a kitchen there. We just spent all our money. It would have it there. Kind of near the door. But this is going to do more for our immediate steps. No, because I bought it already. Not thinking about the fact that we might get an observatory today. And where that was. Okay, so now we got, yeah, so now we either want to just stop here and rely on this door, or take the green room up. We kind of do have to get past this stuff, so that's maybe a little bit scary. Well, we do kind of... that's tricky, because like this does kind of get this out of our way. The thing about making this a hallway bonus is now we like never want to take it if we're not in a hallway. So we just end up with less items. Only basic items. So branches would be nice. Money would be nice on the sale day. We could get cornered, though. We actually do have some keys. I must have got some carryover from a previous day. Yeah, we had the clock tower last time, I think. Alright, so we have a white chest with flames. Oh, sure, there is a globe here. Okay, so screenshotter is misbehaving. Blueprints, treasure trove. Day 26. Once again, a green note. We have no reason to doubt this one, but these things are self-referential like crazy. I guess green is maybe a little bit extra suspect. No, it says in white chests are something claims. Green notes in white chests are not true. Oh, this is the note, that was the chest. Okay. So does that mean all white chests are going to end up being not worth opening? We don't know. Until we get through enough of them. Alright, globe. Yeah, it's like it's not... It's kind of a nice globe. I don't know if we can get back there, though. Yeah, I don't think we can get to position to spin it. There are some paths, but I can't really spin it, so I don't know if that's... There's like a lot of paths. I don't think that could be my uncle's journey. There's like T's. I think there's like trading routes, but not necessarily going to be his path. I don't know if we have not yet... Oh, you know what? We found a handwritten red note in a white chest. Which said the previous box, but I don't know if that counts the one I didn't open. Oh, this got real close to dead-ending us. Real close. That's what I get for closing down the options, I guess. So this is that picture. I can't really point because it's moving my thing, but it looks like the archives to me. So we've got that. It's going to be just a dead end. Ooh, yeah. As lovely as these would be, this is their only way to keep going. Oh, we are not getting branches. What about the clock? So this probably would give us dig spots. We still don't have the shovel. Maybe going up against a wall at this point is not good. Oh, well, yeah, it's definitely not 1:30 now. I think it seems like that would most likely be the clock. I still don't... Yeah. Or the clock tower. Maybe we shouldn't have gone up against the wall. Of course, I guess we were... The other side were... Well, it never points a door towards the outside, if it can help it. Okay, passageway if absolutely necessary. This is... Why? Oh, I suppose. I don't know if we can interact with these, though. Okay, no item, one dig spot. Okay, so that would be positive, but things are going the wrong way. This would give us branches. As much as I'd love to do that, that really is close to ending today. Okay, now we have a branch. We can go ahead and try to fill out some more of the house. Ah! Why is everything going into the wall now? God. I don't want to dead end. That's parallel exits. We could get a lot of food and just say that one thing is going to be a corner. As I see the void wasp, that's one gem. Parallel doors. Or, I mean, it's still a door? If things get branched off? It's a bedroom. Utility closet. Oh, jeez. We already have access to that. Would have loved to have more stuff over here. Let's see. We're kind of a ways away from security now. Maybe with the sleeping mask we'll be okay? Keys? We have some keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 back. That is kind of a lot. Okay. Killing me. And now it's going into the wall again. So that does... so this would give us an extra draft to try and get out of the corner. I don't know... I mean, other than trying to get the hall... not even the hall. If anything, we would probably want to draft a shop, because most shops... are corners. So that might kind of work. Okay, gift shop was not in the half-off sale. This is not in the half-off sale. And the kitchen's facing the wrong way. I was like, oh, surely. I mean, they won't go into a wall, but they will go into another room. I don't think this does anything. I mean, the rest of the things had some small effect. This just says it just looks nice. So maybe it's the thing we do on the way out. Yeah. 8 trophies in your trophy room. Ah. It's like, I want to do this, but it ends the run. I need to get over to the foundation so I have some branches. A shop... Well, we've already drafted multiple shop rooms. This is still in the pool. Entrance. Oh man, we were doing such a snaking route. Star would kind of make it. Let's see. We don't have anything till 20. In the observatory, you get an effect based on the number of stars. There are a bunch of set things, and then if there isn't a specific constellation for that number, you get some combination of the smaller ones, which... I don't know if there's any real pattern. Oh, I forgot to write down 14. That must have been our apple bonus day. And it was like the slice and Diamondius Minor. Yeah, stars persist. So that is like a sort of permanent thing. Probably wouldn't... There's probably no... I mean, I'd miss filling out some of the numbers and seeing how it works, but arguably more is better. We've already drafted a lot of shop rooms. I usually don't do archived. Chests would be good if we end up with enough steps to go back for them. We could get gems and keys and money and rare keys. We don't yet know if this run is going anywhere. Oop. Wrong window. Still the wrong window, apparently. Because we could easily run out of resources here. But like, how many draws is it going to take to get the drawing room? We just saw it. No. But we do have a sledgehammer today. Oh, what else I can do? No, the power's off. Oh, we're running the keys. Oh, jeez. Well, if we actually do get that shovel... We had to pass up our one opportunity because it was a dead end. And that's a dead run. God. Finally get the root cellar. This would be one key tomorrow. Billiard room and parlor aren't really going to do anything for us. Yeah. I doubt the time is going to be anything close. We're probably like way past. I wasn't even watching. Let's see. So that is, yes, the, or is that the minute? It's hard to tell. Yeah, that's the minute. So like, yeah, we're just completely on the wrong end of time. Oh, thanks. Helps a lot. Yeah, so it's that one that's stuck. No, we're... Yeah, I don't think we can do anything downstairs. We already went down there. We pulled the lever. Can't get to the other side of the cart right now. We can buy the t-shirt. I don't think I want to wait around because it's like it'd be like an hour to wait for the sacred hour. Yeah, I don't know if it's AM or PM too. I guess we did only have 2 shops. I think he means a real life dog. Or they mean. Alright, well, we spent a lot of time agonizing or looking at lore and agonizing over this path. And admittedly, I probably did take like the odd utility closet and stuff that we didn't need to. I was like, surely the rooms will be kinder. And I did have some options here, but I was like, we got a pretty good chance going up there, and if not, we could still go off this way. But nope, just into a wall. But yeah, the days can go absolutely nuts, and we don't have any more time today. Trying to think if there was anything else we can do. We bought everything from the commissary. Bought everything from the gift shop. What do you mean by permanent additions? We have not rescued our shovel. True, I don't think... I mean, I could place an order for a shovel. I don't know if it can be fulfilled while it's in the check. And like I'm not going to have the root cellar next time, so... Well, you can make the order. Have we found our last term yet? Oh, I think we did. Possibly, was it Sigil maybe? The Old Realms. Serves as a helpful guide for those looking to decipher these Azuran symbols. That's the first era. The chapel angels are also referred to as Azuran angels. Like, it's not even... well, okay, so the war was 100 years ago. The war lasted 22 years, or over 100 years ago. We already solved that puzzle. There's your basic table. And then you use this to form... This is actually kind of cool. You pull letters out of the elements to form a phrase. Can I flip these again? Oh, I can flip these again. Interesting. So maybe you can actually, if you, I don't know if repowering Blackbridge would actually do anything. Oh. I think the only new word would be sacred. Oh, it's hardly worth going out there. Oh my gosh, all the dig spots. I didn't even see them all last time. Nope. I think you... Nope. Cannot do hotel and spa. I think I've already done this one. I mean, normally it's not... Well, I guess it is somewhat rare, but... Yeah, we might need the Curse of Blackbridge to figure this one out. We do have the closet. I don't know if it would go there right away. Yeah, these some of these pillars are a little bit irregular. I don't know if that means anything. Former... Well, I guess Hartley's not really former. Who's told to retire after this, but... Okay, yeah, we have to draft a new closet to get the t-shirt. It does not just appear. We got the t-shirt from the gift shop. I think it just changes the art of the hallway closet, but... I can't think of anything else to do. Oh. What about them? Westgate Path was by drafting the garage on the west wing and then getting a utility box so you could turn on the power to the door and opening it up. Gemstone Cavern was by solving the utility box Vacalite puzzle to get a switch. And Blackbridge Grotto was by deciphering the periodic table and getting boiler room power to the laboratory. And I don't know what goes there. It feels like we kind of skipped a step, though. Actually, that does remind me of one thing. So this is the kind of game where you're never safe. I went into somebody who was like day after they got to 46, but they still managed to notice new things. Oh, nope, wait, that's the... I looked right at the map and went the wrong way. We have postcards. And we have a magnifying glass, apparently. I guess I never thought to go back to some of these things. I feel that. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, well, what if you could see the numbers? We can't see anything on there. I guess maybe I should try zooming on the the one with the tree sometime, but that requires a dark room. That looks like a pretty just regular old game screenshot. There's the Sacred Hour again. There's something carved on the full one. Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Unholy Observatory. Wish upon a star. Yeah, so I think these are pretty much just for fun. I couldn't really see anything even with the magnifying glass. Burb. Yeah. I did forget that's like a East Wing only. Rare and gems. So close and so far.